Hey there guys, what's up? I have a very, very awesome friend named Lisa, pictured here, who knew that I was very poor and was awesome enough to grab me an Olimar Amiibo from Best Buy and ship it right to my house. I cannot wait to pop this bad boy open and have a look-see, so what do you say? Now, it was really obvious right from the get-go, I mean, pretty much from the first time I saw the picture, that this is a fantastic little Amiibo. And I think a lot of that has to do with the complexity. There's just so much going on here. I mean, you've essentially got 4 figures on the whole thing separately attached to the base. You know, Olimar, blue Pikmin, red Pikmin, and then yellow Pikmin back here. And then, you know, you've got the transparency of the helmet just gives a really cool effect. I mean, it just looks like a really awesome, just like complete figure. And artistically, it's a fantastic representation of the character. You know, Olimar really looks like he could be just trudging through the wilderness, you know, ordering his Pikmin around, and you've got one of each of the 3 original Pikmin colors. You've got one that's a flower bud, one that's a flower, and one that's a leaf. And I think that that is a really, just a really cool feature of that. I mean, you know, they could have just had 3 leaf guys or 3 flower guys, or I don't know, but like representing one of each is just really cool. And it just like overall, it just, there's so much to look at and there's so much going on. I mean, a lot of the other Amiibo are just, you know, kind of one guy, one molded piece of plastic that's been fitted together and painted. But this, just the 3 Pikmin around him, and just with the helmet there, it just, there's so much to look at. So it's a lot of fun, and you can always just take in the little details, you know? There's also a lot of cool detail work on his suit. You know, there's like lots of little buttons, and he's got the little patch on his sleeve, and you know, it's like they really didn't leave out any details. It's really the complete package. You know, nothing is super derped up or weird or morphed in a strange way that, you know, that the plastic kind of can with some of the Amiibos. It's really quite perfect. I mean, you know, there's like a few like very small like imperfections, but you know, it's a $13 figure. That's to be expected. In fact, I expected more imperfections than this. But you know, when you look at it from a distance, you really can't tell. It looks perfect. But you know, you look at it up close, there's a few little things. I guess they might as well be worth mentioning. You know, Olimar himself is on a plastic little pedestal thingy holding him up, which I think looks great, but then the Pikmin themselves are on gold in order to match the base. And I think they all would have looked better clear, although I kind of feel that way about all the Amiibo, so I don't really know. I don't know why that they made it inconsistent, but I don't know, whatever. And, you know, they're kind of like big chunky pieces holding the Pikmin up. The Pikmin themselves are probably the least detailed of the whole entire thing. You know, not very defined hands or whatever, and you know, like the bulge of the eye, you know, the white isn't painted on exactly perfect on all of them. There's a pretty visible seam on his nose, and then of course the really visible one on his helmet, but you know, that's from molding the 2 pieces of plastic together. You know, what else do you expect? Like, those are really small things, but like I said, you take a step back from it and you just look at it and you really can't tell. You know, it's not like some of the Amiibo where it's obvious pretty like right off the bat. You're just kind of like, whoa, what happened to his face? Or you know, Link, famous for the sword always being bent. But like this guy right here, he's just awesome. I think he looks pretty much perfect. He's as good as I could ever expect to get out of an Amiibo, you know, and so I think that's really awesome. The pose is awesome. Everything about it is awesome. I love how you get all 3 Pikmin. Just overall, it's just it's really good. It's a really awesome pose. You know, some of the Amiibo, I'm like, oh, you know, the pose could be a little bit better, or obviously the quality could be a little bit better. But just like Samus, Olimar and the Pikmin is another one that I am completely happy with. Like it's better than I really would have expected, and I highly suggest it for anyone who's a Pikmin fan, anyone who loves Olimar and the Pikmin. You cannot go wrong with this thing. There's very little to go wrong with this. You know, I mean, like, maybe you could get one with a Pikmin's eye is a little bit worse, but like even then, it's still, that's such a small detail. But it's really good. There's a lot of really nice detail. The flower and the leaf and everything, they look really nice. His suit looks good. There's like little wrinkles in the suit. It's just overall a really fantastic Amiibo, and I highly recommend it. Well, guys, I love my Olimar Amiibo. Look at that cute little guy right there. And if I had to rate him, I would say 5 out of 5 purple Pikmin. So thanks for watching, and thanks once again to Lisa, pictured there, or there somewhere. Lisa, did I tell you you're awesome? Because you really are. So stay tuned, and if I get any more Amiibo, I will be sure to review them right here. I'm looking at you, Ganondorf. You and me. One of these days. You can't hide forever. Okay, see you later.